Hi guys, this is Sharon LaBraca, and thank you so much for being interested in what we have going on here. This is really super exciting. I want to thank Lisa for her wonderful introduction and, giving the story of how we met. I want to make one slight correction, which I make all the time. I am a nurse practitioner. I'm board certified family nurse practitioner, so I am not a doctor. But people still like to just continue to refer to me as such because of the depth of work that we do together here. So I wanted to come on and introduce myself and kind of talk about why it is that I am referring these products and just the wins, highlight some of the wins that we're getting with them. So here in Las Vegas, I have a regenerative wellness boutique style facility where we do a bunch of stuff ranging from weight loss to some aesthetic treatments and supporting the hormones. And I used to practice traditionally where I was seeing, I was a primary provider in a clinic setting where I worked with doctors and just practicing traditionally. And during COVID, decided that I could do better and I wanted to practice differently. And since then, have been just going down this journey, this wonderful journey of studying aging and studying cellular medicine, neuroscience, energetic healing, and compiling a bunch of treatments. And I customize my protocols to my clients. So some of the treatments, for example, that I do is I can do remote energetic evaluations where I'm looking at the meridian axis and the chakra points to see where there are stressors on organ systems and glands. And so that we can support the body at the energetic level, because this is the level where people are having strain and stressors on their bodies for decades before we even know symptom one. So that's where I am looking at. And I talk about this and I post about this, and my clinic name is BestU Health Boutique if you'd like to go there and follow me on Facebook, or if you'd like to go to bestuhb.com to kind of learn more about these things while you're working alongside with Lisa. But what we want to do is really present a customized framework for which we can then guide people on what their body actually needs. We don't do a one size fit all for the most part. And if I'm recommending something, it's because of the beginning point that I start with everyone is to reduce oxidative stress. So I'm not going to get into what I'm doing in this particular video in the clinic setting. Just wanted to highlight some of the things that we do, like IV infusions, ozone therapy, along with, some aesthetic treatments and, and the weight loss. But I was really excited when I discovered LifeVantage, because typically I send people home on supplements. So this can create a long list of vitamins, a long list of herbals, and homeopathics that we use here in the clinic. And discovering LifeVantage just helps me to really hone in and bring down the labor of what that can present for clients. When we're looking at sending somebody home on 10 different supplements that are just plugging up holes, is what I refer to this as. It's not the same as what we're doing with LifeVantage products. So I'm excited because one of the pathways that I work with in my boutique is the NRF2 pathway. So learning that there was a method that I could continue to activate this pathway at home for individuals was very exciting. In the boutique, I give ozone therapy for this. So that's going to really be a huge reduction of oxidative stress or inflammation. Now, sending clients home on, let's say, Protandim and the collagen, I am facilitating a synergy in keeping this pathway activated, so that we can help with all the health issues that people have. So if you search pubmed.com and you put Protandim, you'll see a ton of research data come up. And this research centers around mitochondria. Those are the batteries in the cells. And we have trillions of those, like gazillions of them. Okay. So much so that the fact that as we age, these batteries are dying off, leading to further issues of chronic disease. And chronic disease like, you name it, it's it leads back to mitochondrial dysfunction. Chronic disease such as heart disease, Alzheimer's, cancers, autoimmune disturbances, and so much more. At the root of everything is the mitochondria, or the batteries in the cells, losing their power, not being able to communicate. And so when we supplement, we're just plugging little bit pieces of these pathways that go awry. Not even the pathways. It's a temporary solution. It's a solution that you can think of. The body is more receptive to herbal and homeopathics. It's a gentler management for the system rather than, let's say, prescription. But the principle is the same, right? If we have a symptoms, let's say, people usually say, okay, I'm inflamed, so I know turmeric is something I can take for inflammation. So you take the turmeric, and yes, it might help to decrease the inflammation, and that might be temporary. And if your system doesn't need it, it just gets rid of it. If your system needs it, then it's going to utilize it for a temporary time. So you have to keep doing it, right? What LifeVantage has managed to do, and this is a patented product, is introduce Protandim, which reduces oxidative stress by 45. It's up to 45%. And I'll add a video here that I want you all to see of a real life situation that put LifeVantage on the map. And if you look at the video that Lisa posted above, you'll see a snippet of that actually. So maybe I won't go ahead and post that because she's already done that here. It's in the first post she made in this thread. I saw it. It's the ABC report where you can see that Mr. Quinones reversed the oxidative stress in his system in 2 weeks by about 40%. It's pretty exciting because the implication of this is enormous. I mean, absolutely enormous. When we develop autoimmune diseases or conditions such as cancer, what has happened is that our immune system function has gone down so much that it loses the battle or the war that's happening inside our body. Is the unseen war that we don't know until we start getting the symptoms that this is happening, right? So kind of going back to why I revert to the energetic piece, because, at the energetic level, the body is struggling with the things for 10, 20, even 30 years before we see that cancer or that thyroid disorder or that autoimmune condition that we get diagnosed with in the traditional sense, right? And so going back to Quinones, the oxidative stress reduction, which by the way occurs as a natural and normal part